This is what we got here, y'all. Today, I know the title seems weird. If you're not like familiar to like alchemy or anything, the title's gonna seem weird. But today we're doing transmutation of macaroni and cheese, and what transmutation means is to take something in a denser state and change it to a lighter state or more desirable state. So, like in alchemy, they talk about changing lead into gold, or mercury and sulfur and base metals, other base metals like strong, or real dense ones like lead and other minerals, melting them down and changing them into gold. But that was just a metaphor, really. They did do that, but that was more of a metaphor. So that's kind of how it goes. It's more difficult than that. The Egyptians were very, very good on that. But I might actually, I'll show you. I'll show you a book I'm reading right now. I wish I had found it earlier before I knew anything about alchemy, but I've been into it for a long time. We all do it naturally, so I'll explain it a little bit more. I saw the Emerald Tablets first. That is one of the most profound alchemy books out there, or just metaphysical books. It relates to quantum physics, but this one right here is one I'm reading. It is Guide to Alchemy. It's by Dennis William Huck, and it's like $13. I got it for around 13. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it at the bookstore. I'm also been reading Mastery for Robert Greene. So anybody trying to, you know, make it in their career or make it just with themselves, because it all starts with ourselves. Mastery really, tells Robert Greene really tells a great tale on how to master yourself and become better to use that for your advantage and obviously help other people. How does that go? So first we got some salt. I'm not gonna use all the salt. I just kind of just threw it in there for presentation. But next we have 1/4 cup Parmesan cheese. Obviously sauce packet deluxe. I'm using the deluxe today. I'm gonna show you, but I came up with this when I was because I love macaroni and cheese, and I always just wanted to, I'm tired of making it the box way. So I started learning how to cook, try to modify things that I've had so many times, so I know how I like it. So we have 4 tablespoons of butter, or about half a stick, and a 1/4 cup of milk. Obviously, we're gonna get this going. Should have had it on earlier, but we're gonna add some salt, just a couple pinches of salt, salt-based style. Salt-based style. There we go. It should be good. And I got some chicken tenders in the oven, so that's what I'm having for lunch. But anyway, come chill with me. I'm cool. Started my own independent business recently. Messing around with Shopify and different things, but shit's going on. Shit is going on. But shout out to Sheer Star Goddess and Dolo the Pilot Man. Who else? At Luna Nate and her new page, the Nate that she has with her partner, that they do great meditations on. Loon does great Reiki work, distance healing Reiki. Ashira and Dolo are great for information. These are some of the few people that you can get information here from on YouTube. People like myself, the people who do like being a student of the knowledge, so they can not only help themselves but help other people succeed. And really know what's going on. The sign of the times. So, like, one thing I do know that I came across here recently. We're shifting closer to the sun, so the radiation is going up. So that measles outbreak is actually UVB and UVBA radiation. All you have to do is look up the symptoms of that. They're so similar. So similar. So similar. I'm telling you, if you look up radiation from the sun, or radiation poisoning from the sun, you know, versus the measles. Come on, that's what they're trying to do. But they always do that. It's not like they're trying to trick you, really. It's really, a lot of people are not going to comprehend that, so they have to give you something that you can work with. So, but also what spawns off is now they're trying to tell you to get vaccinated. So cause and effect, one of the seven hermetic principles, one of my favorite, says that because it spawns off, and now they can now give you the vaccine full of who knows what, cysts and everything, all different types of skin and inner health problems, you know, just right off the bat. And one way, if it gets too bad, because people aren't supplementing and knowing what to do because they don't know that the sun is really really bright. If you look up every once in a while, you'll know. Then it'll be like mandatory to get the vaccine or something like that, or you can't go certain places without it. There'd be some type of identification wise, or some type of identification that you have to have that you've been vaccinated. But the trick is because all the vaccine, they give you this vaccine and it gives you this virus or bacteria or whatever, so you get used to it if you ever catch it. But if you supplement well with things like omega 3, omega 6, coconut oil, vitamin D, vitamin B's, stuff like that. If you get into that world like monatomic gold, monatomic platinum, colloidal silver, you won't need a fucking vaccine to help you fight this off because mix that with like lots of water, a gallon, half a gallon to a gallon of water, and gets you some form of exercise in. I mean, you'll be all good, 100%, 100 fucking percent. But a lot of people don't know that, especially with getting close to the sun. The way to beat your radiation is to supplement like that. Chlorophyll, seaweed pills, or seaweed, however you want to do that. Just like for real, like things like that really do work. Throw these in now. And one other thing, guys, I want to tell you about what's been going on in the news and stuff lately, and all that surviving R. Kelly, Cardi B, and all that. 100%. Don't believe Hollywood. They fucking make these stories up. Okay. Not all the story and the structure, but there may be. It's like two truths and a lie, or two lies and a truth. There is some truth in it, but the rest of it is garbage to lower your vibration. They lower your vibration. We're shifting close to the sun, and you're not supplementing. It's gonna be Bird Box. That's what those movies are about. I mean, you got to pay attention, but we got people out there that's really breaking it down for people like myself, and doing the research. I'm doing the research as well. So, smoke one before I did this. It's all good though. But anyway, do your research is all I'm saying. But we have people out there that are doing it, and that are breaking it down so other people can understand, interpret, see how it affects their life. They'll experience something, and then we can teach it. We had the experience and got the knowledge, and know how to combine that into a format of being able to teach. My viewers or just my family members or whatnot, and it doesn't matter what religious or spiritual path or whatever you're on. Like shit is getting real around here. Now, like global warming, like think about when Donald Trump said global warming was not a thing. Basically, he wasn't being retarded. It's basically what I just explained. We've been getting close to the sun this whole time for a while. It didn't just start, 2 months ago. It's just we started shifting faster, closer to it. They they do it via our emotions because the Earth is vibratorial. The Earth is vibrational. All the seven principles of hermetics are inside of the Earth. So it's inside of us because we are of the Earth. Some of us and some of us are not, but the longer you're here, it does influence you. 100%. The seven principles will always influence your life. That's just hermetics, the seven hermetic principles. But man, I lost my place and got deep for a minute. What's the saying? The Earth is vibrational. happens from time to time, especially when you hide. Especially when you hide. But it's gonna come back to me. But yeah, the Earth is a vibration. Oh, okay, I remember. I remember. Yeah. So basically, there's high vibrations, light, light body vibrations, and low, dense matter, the physical, if you want to call it that. But low vibration, and the vibration of Earth naturally at 7.36 or 7 hertz is low. You know, so one of the easiest things to pull down your vibration is to throw out stories. So like surviving R. Kelly, and they do it to the black race. Everybody's involved, but they use black people, especially black women, because there's more of us and we're going to be more emotional. So everybody's going to spawn off of our emotions, especially in times like this where we're all coming together slowly but surely. You don't see there is racism and prejudice is so there is prejudice in our society, and that's a whole different story. But we're starting to be a lot better about it. So that's one of the good things I do see. We're starting to be a certain type of way about it, and they see that, so they get to use the black folks, people with darker melanated skin, use our emotions. People are piggyback off of that. Sorry, my alarm went off. But everybody else is gonna piggyback off of our emotions. This is how it's been historically. So I've been alive since fucking '92. You know, so that keeps you in that low vibration, and it keeps you not really knowing what's going on. You know, like with R. Kelly, all I want to know is, okay, we all know R. Kelly did it, but Dave Chappelle was trying to tell us in '04, man, with that "Piss on You," and then he came out in the same episode with the "Piss on You" remix. Like, I don't see why people mad. We've been why do people all of a sudden care now? Why do all these celebrities all of a sudden care now? Let's just start asking questions instead of feeding into the story, and then we'll see what's happening. Always ask questions. Always. 100%. So another question I have is, how is R. Kelly getting to these little girls? Some of them runaways. But how is they getting to a star, R. Kelly? He should be very difficult to get to, you know what I'm saying? Very difficult. And they give you the keys and answers to these kinds of things if you pay attention with other stories. They did it with Amanda Bynes' stories, how her story, nobody paid attention to that her parents pimped her all over the industry because they was in control of her money because she was a child star for so long. And then after she got a certain age, she's fucked up. It's the parents and that money. Add that, R. Kelly, superstar, money, you know what I'm saying? They're pimping their daughter out over there. Well, maybe in the reverse because they getting paid. So, well, yeah, they are pimping her out, but still, my fault. But not a lot of people are looking at this. They're just looking at R. Kelly's actions. They're not looking at the whole thing. So that's how they wrap you into it. People like me, we see it. Men and women like me, we see it. We sift through it through and through. Ain't gonna let it move me. I'm still gonna listen to the music because music has nothing to do with the actions. Like if I was going to, you know what I'm saying? Like they try to do it with Michael Jackson. But that's the whole law of rhythm. Mike was very keen to the law of rhythm. Very keen to the law of rhythm. So now I've got it about al dente. That's how I like mine. But, you get it to how you want. So we're going to strain this, leave it in the strainer, and then the real talk's going to begin. Shit falling and shit. Anyway, let's get this going. So, you're gonna want to take your 4 tablespoons of butter and whisk each one in, and you want to have the ratio of butter to milk good. You want to whisk each one in until the next one's done, and you don't want to throw them in all at the same time because then you're gonna have an oily sauce. Especially if you ever do it like this from scratch, you want it to be blended and creamy. So you want to go about medium, low. Start with the big piece first. Let that go. And we're going to start mixing until you mix them all in. And I'll pinch more salt. Alright. And then Parmesan. And then the sauce packing and everything good and mix the macaroni and cheese. That's pretty much how it's going to go. Easy, but it's a very easy dish. But it's surprising how people fuck it up. But this is just a regular box. It's going to give it a whole different texture, a whole different thickness, a whole different this and that. Just from the things you have around you. Transmutation. That's what this is all about. I'm not selling bullshit. I'm not selling nothing. I'm letting you guys. I titled the video like this because I'm gonna let you guys watch it. Watch the transmutation. Give you the definition or the woo of it, and then let you watch it. Now, second one. And then move up the chicken tenders to the top. Let them get crispy on the top. But I'm gonna do more cooking, more talks on just what's going on, alchemy, universal law, hermetics, different views on the world, all that kind of things. Just a variety of things. Whatever. I don't want to put any formal label on my channel like most people do, but that's what gets them. That's what makes them keep putting out videos and turning on things, because they have a set structure for their channel. But at the same time, on the opposite end, if you leave yourself wide open, then you can structure it with many different structures, many infrastructures, and that does work. It's the people who are in the middle who don't know how to use that middle. You can really structure your channel anyway and still be successful. So it's like, I feel like at some point I might just go with cooking and talk about alchemy and things like that, because it's what I'm good at, I'm great at, and not trying to be all over the place, but at the same time, sometimes I will be. I'm gonna add a pinch of salt in before I put the last piece of butter in. Generally with this, you want sweet cream, unsalted butter, or salted butter, but any old stick will do. Remember, 4 tablespoons, and you want to cream them in together, mix them in together, whisk them in together. How do you want to put that separately and until the last one has been fully melted? You're going to notice that it's going to be more of a bechamel without flour, more of like a heavy cream consistency than anything. And that's what we're going for here. And that's one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to make a video on like how to substitute ingredients and stuff. So like people who cook a lot and you have stuff around your house that you don't know that you can use as a substitute, because you don't have any heavy cream, but you have regular milk, but you say you want to make some, the recipe calls for it. Depending on the recipe, if it's like a macaroni and cheese or something of that variety, I definitely do know how to do that. It's easy. I'll do a video on that. It's like if you have some regular milk, you take regular milk, you take 4 tablespoons of butter, you take about a cup of milk and 4 tablespoons of butter, 4 to 5, maybe 6, melt them together, microwave on the stove, and blend it together, really, get it really blended. And then most people, they take that substance to the blender, throw a couple tablespoons of flour in, bam, you have substitute heavy cream. But it just depends on if it's for dessert, it may not work as well. I'm just gonna warn you. Just gonna warn you. So now, there we go. You don't want to have it heat up too high because the Parmesan can get stringy. And then we're gonna do this. You know, this is a new spin or a little deluxe spin on something simple you have. You're gonna need just a little. You might, depending on how much cheese you use, you'll know that how much more milk you'll need. So I need just a little bit more. Not too much more that loses the cream. And another thing is if you're not supplementing and we got this radiation going on, that radiated zombie deer shit, that zombie deer shit was just a zombie who was, a deer, that deer zombie disease. It's just a deer who has been radiated very highly because by drinking out of a radiated source of milk, of water. So I'm tweaking right now, but yeah, they drank out of a radiated source because water holds vibration and sun shines down all different kinds of things into water. Vibration being one of them. I'll explain that one deeper later on. But and the deer is on this earth, so yeah, it's going to be out there getting hit by that sunlight. So by mixing those two things, those two forms of radiation, they had to say a deer zombie disease for everybody to be like, oh, okay, let's hunt deer and eat them because it won't be any good. And this is what you get: a nice creamy sauce. It's me. What up? And now I'm gonna start throwing stuff away and put stuff in the sink. Throw on your noodles, mix them up, and you got something that's good. But before I do that, let's go throw this away, garbage. I'll show you some of the supplements that I take. So I got monatomic platinum right here, and the reason why I have it in foil is because monatomic elements are very sensitive to EMF, radiation, and things like that. So I'm not gonna hold it by my phone very long. But this is the platinum I've been taking. That brand, they're really great. Platinum. I know why the record industry is obsessed with platinum, and because they create, especially if you're an artist, the creativity it helps give you. I'm telling you, the drive, you'll get used to it. It's crazy. Like you'll be fucking flooding with creativity like never before, no matter how creative you are, because our body doesn't get monatomic trace elements like that because they mess with our vegetables, and that would be the closest source we could get them from because it comes from the earth and it's in the dirt and everything. So it holds on to what we had naturally when we were born, and we never. These are things that can help us reach our full potential as a human being, get to the supremeness, health wise, and in all aspects. And there's that, but right here, colloidal silver, 20 parts per million is what I've got, but it's nano silver, colloidal silver. Got it on Amazon. More omega-3s. Told you I wasn't playing. She was real. And coconut oil. Extra virgin coconut oil. Take a teaspoon of that in the morning. It has very many uses. Skin, hair, nails, inside, outside. Coconut oil, I'm trying to tell you. But I'm gonna have to go. Y'all be easy. How about to shut this off?